All right, everybody, welcome to our Dream Achievers weekly Zoom call. Usually it's on a Monday night, but that was Memorial Day weekend. I hope you had a great weekend. And I wanted to do it tonight because, wow, raise your hand if you listened to the buzz or you checked out some of the information. Okay, well, we're going to go through that because I knew there was going to be great stuff for June. But before we do that, I welcome you, Lisa and Laura and Barb and Bria and Sandy. And I already said hello to Sheila and Twyla. So welcome to our call. Let's start out with some victories. Who wants to share a victory, big or small, preferably business related? Who wants to share? Don't be afraid.
I can. I had a now it's like $750 party last night. It was a tasting party. And I got 3 bookings and they're all tasting parties.
Oh my gosh, Sheila. So
Yeah.
tell us your magic. What did you do? 750 is fantastic. And 3 bookings like in the summer or fall, winter or what?
One for June, one for July, one for August.
Get out of here.
Yeah, really.
So how did you do it?
I asked everyone at checkout.
Well, that's the key, isn't it?
All right.
Were there like 10 people, 8 people? How many?
There were probably 10 in person, and then she's gotten, gosh, probably 8 online orders.
But out of the 10, you booked 3 of them.
Yeah, the 10 I booked 3. Yeah.
That is fantastic, Sheila. Anybody else want to ask her a clarifying question on that? If you're not out doing tasting parties, then you can go make it happen.
I want to
Desiree.
ask you something, Sheila.
Yeah.
What exactly do you say to the people?
I said, would you be interested in hosting your own party? And then I had the June special there printed out. And I showed them that. And one of the gals had just moved into a new house. So she's like, she's the one that took the July. She said, give me a month to get settled and then I'll do it in July. And one of the gals had never been to a party. She was somewhat familiar with the product. So she took June. She was excited to try everything. And she placed $166 order. She got the spice collection, dips to dinner, and a couple other things.
Oh, Sheila, that is fantastic.
Yeah, it was fun.
Good clarifying question, Desiree. So Sheila basically just asked,
It's a lot easier than we all make it out to be, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and if they say no, I just say, that's fine. Keep me in mind for reorders. You can reorder anytime off my website. So
I love it. Well, congratulations, Sheila. That is a fabulous party and 3 bookings. Yay. Nice. On the calendar.
Thank you.
Who else wants to share a victory? Sandy, I see your hand.
I launched my Square online shop today, and I had already been talking to all my friends at the campground, and I launched it at about 8 o'clock this morning, and by noon I had sold $300 off of my inventory that I got to take to the campground.
Okay, that's fantastic. So I don't know what you're talking about. A Square online something? Like, what are you saying?
Oh, I don't say anything. It's actually a listing of my inventory.
Oh, no way. I didn't know you could do that.
So, okay, so I know you go camping and you said you had it at your campgrounds, but I guess tell us more. I don't understand.
I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
How's that?
Can you share or do I have to make you a co-host?
No, I can grab it.
Okay.
I think I can grab it. Share.
You sure can, Sandy, because you are.
Can you see it?
Yes.
So this is my online site that I created from my Square. It's free. And let me do it again. I have a link and I shared it with everybody. And pretty much tell everybody about my shop. Welcome. And then they can actually see my inventory. Come on. maybe not. They can send my inventory, they can purchase it, and then I can schedule times to meet with them or drop it off. So that,
So rather, because let me just ask you this, and maybe I'm missing the point here. Why would they order off here rather than your website?
because I have it on hand and I can take it right to them. This is not gonna be how I'm gonna be handling my business, but I have a lot of inventory, so.
Sure. So this is, and the people that you said you sold $300 to are probably the people at your campsite?
At my campsite, right?
Yeah, well, you are a techie. I mean, good for
So
you.
if I take a lot of product with me to share and stuff like that, then I can just collect payment this way.
Yeah, no, that's great.
So-
Good for you. Any questions for Sandy? She's a smarty pants. I love it. Well, good for you. What a good way to get rid of your inventory, but be smart about it rather than, carry it all with you. So keep it up, Sandy. And thank you for sharing. We have time for one more victory. Who would like to share? Nothing? Barb, hi, do you want to share something? Or are you just joining us with your lovely face? You're just joining
Actually,
us? Oh,
I put a security thing on my camera and couldn't figure out how to open it back up so we could use it. I'm not going to say I've had a victory. I've just had to rearrange how I'm doing some things, but I do have a 3-day 100th anniversary tractor event
oh,
in Grand Island in June. So I figure it's going to be super hot. Husbands are going to be looking at red tractors for 3 days. And I'm hoping the wives want to hang out in the air conditioned vendors booths.
oh, you have air conditioned. Well, you'll for sure do well.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, good luck. When is that, Barb?
The week of it's the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right around the 15th, I think. Somewhere
Okay.
in there.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
And thanks for joining us. Okay. Well, we're going to dive right into, usually we have someone do the product knowledge, and honestly, I didn't find anybody to do it. I do want to share something, then we're going to go through all the amazing things going on in June, but I don't know if some of you saw that the Diamond Leaders, I think, what is there, 9 of us, we're going to do this Sparkle and Shine. I finally just shared it on the team page, like 15 minutes ago or something. But it's going to be Monday nights at 7 Central. And Eileen Miller and I are pairing up. We're doing bookings. And then I can't remember who's doing sponsoring. And then there's like 4 different topics every Monday night at 7. So it'll be really fun. It'll be 15 minutes of training and then 15 minutes of Q&A. So I want you to think about this because I'm going to ask you again here at the end of the call. Should that just be our call for June? And then we would all jump on that. And then instead of having this, we would do that. And then we'd resume to our Zoom calls in July. I'm thinking we might as well take advantage. Yep, Twyla?
Will it be recorded?
It will be.
Okay, good, good.
Oh, because you might not be there. You just turned your, okay, yeah, okay. So yes, it will be recorded, but I'm going to ask you again at the end, do we want to just use that as our, gathering, or do we want to do 8 o'clock like we have been doing? So just think about that. But raise your hand again if you watch the Buzz. Okay, so are you guys excited? I know I am. So I'm going to lead with the join offer, and I'm just going to, I know you're like, I can read this, but I want to just give you the highlights, and then I want to like brainstorm how we can utilize this. So the join offer starting tomorrow, running through the entire month is June, is you can join for free. You really are going to pay the $49 or the $99. And then once that consultant has hit 250, if they did the 49, or 500 if they do the 99, they're going to get a credit on their account. So if you went on to Get Social, you can see join for free, join for free. They can actually do that. So what questions do you have about that, if any? Any questions?
Repeat again how much, how long they have to do it?
So they have, okay, for the month of June, they can join for $49. That's probably what I'm just going to promote,
Yeah.
right? And they have to hit 250 in sales by July 15th.
July 15th. I
Once
did
they
hear
hit-
the July.
Yep,
Okay.
I don't think I said it. And once they hit 250 in sales, then they'll get a credit on their account. If they do the $99 join, then they have to hit 500.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
yep, Sandy? Yeah, good question, Barb.
My question would be, when do they expect to get their reimbursement?
Once they hit $250, and then I don't know if it would go, you know how we get paid twice a month? I'd have to get
Right.
clarification
I
on that,
think
Sandy.
I think it said July 27th or something. It was
Oh,
just,
did it?
yeah, it was just like a couple weeks after.
Okay. Yeah.
So it'll
and-
be after the July 14th, like when everybody? Okay.
Like if they hit $250, like say they started June 1st tomorrow and they hit it by the 8th. I'd have to look at the details, Sandy. I don't know if they get paid right away or if it would not be till July 16th or something. That's a very good question. We can find out and share it on the team page. Unless
would be-
someone,
I
Go
would
ahead,
be
Barb.
careful that you don't say that they're getting reimbursed because they're not getting their money back. They're aren't they getting a credit on their account, and that's not quite the same thing.
Twyla's shaking her head no.
okay, it says in the
They said it
marketing,
was a cash refund.
Okay,
they can get the cost of their kid back when they reach $250 in part 1 retail sales. So they spend $49, they get the $49.
Yeah, I think it was an actual cash rebate that
okay, that's good. I would
normally,
make-
however you normally get your commission payment is how you would get it.
That's
Okay.
how I understood it. So, but good clarifying question, because people will want to know. But that's how they can say join for free. So we can find out the exact details and perhaps it's on there. I've been busy today too, but I was like, yes. So I would ask you to start your list. Like, who do you know that's kind of thought about, or maybe they haven't thought about joining? What a great time to do it. You know, right? Are you going to start your list? Because just like Sheila booked 3 parties, remember how she
Sitting here
said,
making my list right now.
oh, there you go, Desiree. Remember how she said she did it? What did she do?
Just
trying-
ask.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to create some interaction here, people. Yes, she just asked. So you're gonna want to do the same thing. So ask. Okay. Then let's move on to we're gonna move on to, okay, so we turned 28 years old, June 15th. You know about the June host special. You can look at that online. I'm really excited when someone spends $59, they can get the confetti cake for $5. But I guess you can't, they can get these, oh, that's kind of lame. They can get these 4 products. So the jalapeno, it'll be just a random, the jalapeno lime sauce, the lemon drop, the key lime cookie mix, or the glazed bakery bite. So when they spend $59 on the public website, they will get one of these 4 for free. So people, I noticed when we did that the last time when I had an in-home party, like, what do I have to do again to get that free product? They will spend that. Now, if you have an in-home party, you're not going to get that free product for them if you go into My HQ. So did you catch that? It has to be in the public website. So that's not hard. But just make sure you know that you can't go into My HQ and get that. Okay, the other thing is any questions on that? Nope. Okay. Is oh, my notes, I promised you I had notes. The party, what are we calling them? Birthday bucks. So anybody that purchases in July, and I'm sure you'll get this in your box too if you do an event, you're going to get birthday bucks that need to be used in July. And I did find that it'll be a code for $10 off a $50 purchase to be used in July for the month of July. So again, anybody that purchases anything is going to get the birthday bucks. Needs to be used in July, and it's $10 off a $50 order or more. Okay. I'm sure that has to be placed, yeah, on tastefullysimple.com. Yeah.
Is that an order placed in, that'll come out in June for orders placed in June or in July?
Yep, any orders placed in June,
Okay.
even like if you do an order for yourself. Let's say you do a pickup order, you do an order that you need an event or whatever. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a box stuffer.
Perfect.
It's gonna be called, we've done it before, birthday bucks. And it'll say $10 off a $50 purchase must be used in July.
Okay.
So that's a good way to get people to come back and order more. So that's kind of fun. So good clarifying question. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So in June, oh, go ahead. Nope. So in June, we want them to get to $59. They can get the confetti cake for $5. They can get one of these cool bakery or sauce for free. And then no matter what they purchase, they'll get the birthday bucks code in their box. So that's exciting, right? Always fun to get extra. Okay, there's a couple of Facebook lives. There's one tomorrow night, which will be great. The next one after that is June 15th, which is our birthday, and that's going to be at 6:30. And Jane and Jill will be on that call. They're going to talk about the founders' faves. And what they want us to do is like a mega party. And I believe tomorrow on the Independent Consultant Facebook page, like at 9, 10, 11, and 12, obviously it'll be recorded. They're going to share tips and how to set up a mystery host party, but they want it to be called, oh my gosh, something else. Like, did anybody catch what they want you to call it? It doesn't matter. Just we'll share it. And then they want everybody to get your people on this mega party on June 15th at 6:30. And if they shout out your name, they're going to do random drawings for you to get free products. And then every party that's closed, there's going to be one drawing for the founders' faves that has to be closed by June 16th. So just kind of fun stuff, you guys. So if you're like, gosh, dang it, I need to do a party. This is either add another one to your schedule, or this would be the one that you for sure would want to do in June. So does that make sense? I just found out about it today, so I'm kind of like fumbling a little bit, but does it make sense? Yeah, check out for more details on the Independent Consultant Facebook page tomorrow. They'll have little snippets. Okay, so in July, that June 15th call, we're also going to find out the host special for July. Now, don't wait till June 15th to book your July. I look at my July and it's kind of slim picking, so I need to get back on the horn. And then with my parties in June, I will book my July. I'm just going to say this. I think they're going to do something really big. And Brittany alluded to that on the Buzz. And I wish they would just tell us. But again, I'm not running the company, but I'm just going to say, I think it's going to be 50% more in host rewards. So we can't say that, like I shouldn't even say that, but she said it's going to be something big, and they have done that before. So book your July, and knowing that we'll know for sure June 15th, but it will be something big. And then the client special for July is going to be the garden salsa cheese ball for $5. I like it when our client specials are like $5, don't you? That's more than 50% off on some of these products. So that's really cool. Okay. Gosh, I think.
Yay.
Yes. Who said yay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
That's okay. That's okay, Amanda. So the pop bread, let's talk about that quickly. So that starts tomorrow. I think you've all tasted it before, but you maybe didn't realize it. Do you guys understand what it is? Anybody want to say?
Just the sweet version of beer bread
Yeah. So
without using beer.
Yeah, they repackaged the beer bread, and it's called pop bread. And I know there's some good recipes floating out there. At the Diamond Retreat, we tried it with, I think it was some kind of soda, lime or lemon soda with chocolate chips. Don't quote me on that, but it had chocolate chips on it. It's what's on the cover of that product. It was very good. And then I'm sure a lot of you have made the butterscotch breakfast bread that's on the back. I mean, that is fantastic. I did catch, because I know there's been some chatter, like, is that pop bread going to be in the fall winter catalog? Did you guys catch that? That Brittany said it's not.
No, yeah.
But if it sells really well, it'll come back somehow. I know it will. So yes, it's the same thing as the beer bread. It's repackaged, same price. And I don't know, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll sell the heck out of it. I don't know. Any questions on that?
I have a list of people who want it, because I have probably a third of my clientele came through association with AA.
Oh,
And this has always been like the Bayou bourbon. If you don't heat it up, it has bourbon in it, that's alcoholic, beer bread. They didn't like the idea that it just said beer bread, even though they knew, and I always pushed that you can make it and the same thing with our drink mixes. I always push that they're non-alcoholic, blah, blah, blah. However, if you come, the beer bread now doesn't say the word beer in the name, I'm happy, very happy.
so Barb, that's a great point. I bet you're gonna sell the crap out of it. You'll have to keep us updated, but yeah, that and like children, I know some people, especially in the
Mhm.
South, like, oh, they can't say beer or whatever. So yeah, very good point, Barb. Thank you for sharing that. Well, I think I covered the highlights of June. Oh, the other thing, no, there's two other things. So SOS, what does that stand for in June? Did anybody pick up on that?
Summer of Social.
Yay, Sheila, Summer of Social. So 10 a.m. on the Independent Consultant Facebook page every Monday for 8 Mondays, you guys. They're going to share tips on how to use Get Social. We've asked, they're listening, and yes, of course, it'll be recorded. So if you can listen to it live, do it. If you can't, you'll just tune in when you can. I'm excited. And if you listen to something, you're like, I can't figure that out. Like, either reach out to somebody or just let it go. Because what's really going to make or break your business is not necessarily Get Social. It's going to be a helpful tool, but it's really doing income producing activities. So I just share that with you because I know a lot of you have limited time. Reach out to somebody at Tastefully Simple or someone on the team, but don't get frustrated and like spend tons of time on it, right? So yes, Sandy.
Did I see somewhere that we're gonna get another new revised Get Social?
I saw that it's going to be user friendly on your phone.
Yeah,
I
like an
think-
app for that?
It must be probably, that'll be probably what we're gonna get trained on, Sandy. So I did see that as well. So stay tuned, that'll be fun. So good point. The other thing that's coming out mid-June, there's no exact date, is TS2U. Some of you that have been around a while know what that is. This go around, it's gonna be very flexible. You can do it as a consultant where you would get a shipment, but you're not gonna get the discount. The client will get half price on shipping on, what's the threshold? Who remembers, $75 or 79 or? How much was it? How much is it?
I think it was 75.
75. So they would then get a discount. Will they get it on their first order? That part I watched the stuff too and I didn't catch it. So anybody know that question? Answer, I should say. Nope, I know. There's so much to think about. Again, we'll figure it out. The main thing is get out there and, do what brings you happiness, whether it's in-home parties like Sheila or online parties or events or whatever. But I'm just happy there's so many tools to share with our clients. So what questions do you have? Or what do you want to talk about? We have a couple minutes left. We have 5. Questions on anything, concerns? Oh, the other thing that I should talk about is Party Palooza. Just to remind you, it's the first weekend in August. If you want to be recognized, June 30th is the last day to register. You can do it in person or virtually. I personally love to do the in person, but whatever works for you. Any questions on Party Palooza? All right.
I'm coming.
What's that?
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm all signed up.
Yay. I know. I can't wait. It's always so much fun. We'd love to have you all there. So. Okay. So my last question then is with the Diamond Sprinkle and I can't remember what they're calling it or what we're calling it at 7 o'clock starting next Monday. Do we want to just use that as our Zoom for the month of June? What are your thoughts on that?
I thought it was 8 o'clock
It's 8 Eastern time at 7
oh,
a.m. Central.
Eastern.
Yeah.
My
So-
thought is that would be a great idea and we could get all pumped up and then after it's done, we could go contacting people, booking parties and stuff.
I know that's what I would rather have us do is get on there and listen to some other people. You know what I'm saying? Fellow Diamond leaders, and even listening to some of the other consultants that may ask questions, you might go, oh yeah, that makes sense. And I know June is gonna go by fast and there's lots going on. So, okay, well, if you have a different thought and you'd rather tell me personally, you sure can. You can reach out to me private message, but I was leaning towards that. And then we'll convene again in July like we've been doing now.
Good idea.
Sherry, Sherry, I
Yeah.
might suggest that we do that except for the very end of June when they announce all the stuff for July. Because I always try to, if I know I'm not going to make the rest of the month, I always try to make sure I get to this one where we're talking about the upcoming month.
Yeah, you know what,
we
that's a valid point. I appreciate that. Because we will find out, like I said, June 15. I'm hoping that we'll find out the trip location, but I have a really weird feeling that I've heard we might not find it out till August. But the last couple of years we did find out like July like 8th or 6th where our location is for the incentive trip. But I have a weird feeling, what I've heard is it might not be released till August, but still work your July. So yeah, the 26th, we'll do a Zoom call at 8 o'clock, which coincidentally is my 25-year anniversary with Tastefully Simple. Isn't that cool? But I really didn't start anything till August 18th. I was very busy. I was a stay-at-home mom with 3 little kids. And back when I started, I know Lisa, you did the same thing and probably Sheila, but we had to do 6 parties in 12 days. And we had to do it in our first 60 days of business. And I like cut it to the line, but my brother was getting married August 15th. So I didn't have time to do it before then. So really my business started August 18th. And I did my 6 and a dozen. Did you do that, Lisa? I'm assuming you did. You didn't do 6 and a dozen? Did you, Sheila?
I don't remember. I'm thinking I probably did, but I don't remember.
I'm
It's a long time
thinking,
ago.
well, we got
20
$100.
years.
$100 in free product of their choice. We did 6 parties in 12 days. And that was when we had to carry full inventory, like seriously, like we ordered $3,000 worth of product and we just did.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did.
So now you guys, let's make it happen because you can join for $49. You have a question, Sandy?
I do, actually. I have 2 of them.
Sure.
They kind of go together. Because I'm new, how long does the catalogs that we currently have go to? And when is the anticipated next products coming out?
Okay, so you know what, Sandy, I'm so glad you asked because that is such a valid question. That's one of the reasons to go to Party Palooza because you find out the new fall winter catalog and we taste test most of it. And to answer your question, the new fall winter line will be available August 7th. And that's
August
available to everybody. So we have conference 3rd, 4th, and 5th of August. Then there's Sunday, and then the 7th, it'll be available to everybody, clients and consultants. So very good question. Did that answer both your questions, Sandy?
The catalogs, like they did this year, you can kind of order from 2, or does one catalog go
Yep.
away and then you get the new one?
Yep. So we call it double dipping, or some of us call it double dipping. So it's kind of like while supplies last, but when you can promote, if you book parties between like August 7th and probably August for sure 18th, those first 2 weeks, your people can double dip. They can shop from
Okay.
both. So a lot of us will say, hey, do a party there and you can double dip, you know, best of both worlds. So
Okay.
good question, Sandy. Yay. Anything else?
Quick question I just happened to think about. I just went through and checked expiration dates. And I had 2 big events that had canceled this spring, so I've got a lot of product
Shoot.
on hand. And
Okay.
I ended up with, I've got almost $200 worth of product that is expiring in the next 45 days. suggestions on how to, I mean, obviously if it's already expired, I found, my husband's not upset at all. I found 2 rhubarb strawberry jams that expired last week. He's happy.
So, yeah, personal use on those two, right?
Yeah, exactly. But how can I try to get rid of some of that inventory? Because some of them will be like within 10 days of when I go to my next event.
So what ideas do you have? I have some ideas, but I'm gonna let some of you share. What ideas do you have for Barb?
Well, when COVID hit and I had like 12 events canceled, I
Yep.
just started taking pictures of it and posting it on my Facebook page, and I had about, I don't know, 8 people just stop at my doorstep, and I did the little and the bag out the door thing. So
Yeah.
that's one idea.
That's a great idea, Desiree. Who else? Has it not happened to any of you?
Actually, if you got an event, you could give it away free with $1 per, $50 purse, get this free, or $60 or something.
Yep, you could, Barb.
Okay.
I bring
Is
it
it-
to, I bring it to work and sell it to my coworkers,
Yeah.
Oh, there
pointing
you
out
go.
the expiration date.
You mark it down, Sheila.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, well, you can. I mean, every other retail place would mark it down. Why wouldn't you?
Okay.
It's just money sitting on your shelf.
Yeah.
I would mark it down. I would, like Sheila said, take it to work. Desiree said, put it on your, your VIP page. I would prefer that over your regular page.
Yeah, I don't do my regular.
Yeah, yeah. Is it both standard and seasonal, or just seasonal, or?
Almost all of it is seasonal.
Well, there you go. Heck, here's what I do, you guys, whether you agree with it or not. Again, every retail shop does this. If I don't have any fall winter product on hand, I should take that back. I have 3 mulling spices. I mark it down 25%. And so when I go do my in-home parties, I'm taking that with.
Okay.
So you should, in the future, Barb, if you, especially, just keep an eye on it. And I get it. You said you had some cancellations, but keep an eye on it and you can mark it down. It's your inventory. I mean, you're not going to do that with all your stuff. That wouldn't be smart, right?
Yeah.
But you don't want to get stuck with it.
Yeah, I've never had this much left of ever on anything. So I was
Yeah.
like, this is not good. My daughter was like, well, if it goes and expires, she says, I can bake it and take it to work. I'm like, that's not the concept I want, dear.
Yeah. So do those ideas sound good to you, Barb?
Okay. Yeah. I don't have work, but I've got some, I'll try that. I'm going to put it on my VIP and go from there.
Does your
Hopefully-
daughter, do the VIP, does your daughter live by you?
My daughter lives with us.
Does she work out of the home?
No, she works for Jimmy John's, so she's not allowed to take anything with her, like
Oh,
to
yeah.
sell or anything.
Understand. I didn't know if
But
she worked. Yeah.
She's a trading manager, and so she takes food to bribe people.
Okay, yeah. Or if you have a friend or something that would do you a favor or whatever, but I think if you put it on, like Desiree said, put it on your VIP page.
Okay.
I think that will help. You guys, I'm just gonna stop the recording because I see we're over a half hour. You can still hang on.